Hey, yo, what's good, everybody? And welcome back to Interviews, the show where we take an inner look at the inner workings of the people, places, and things that make our community great. And today we have Ariel Ace, the space god Mejia, in the house with us, talking about listen, we really just touched the iceberg, the tip of the iceberg.
Yep.
With you. And as such a young person with so many complexities and just greater levels than what we've seen and what we were able to touch on today. So we definitely got to have you back. Maybe even we could talk a little bit off camera about what possibilities, opportunities, and maybe in the future.
Write each other some notes.
Yeah. Try to figure something out. Because, bro, I think you're just so amazingly talented, and the way you connect and with people when you're talking and delivering your words. Obviously, that's what made you the Worcester Poet Youth Laureate, right? Oh, am I saying that wrong? Worcester Youth Poet Laureate.
You almost got it.
I always do that backwards stuff. I did the same thing with Robin Kennedy. I kept calling her First Worcester. No, Worcester First District.
Look,
when it's First Worcester District. I know. Listen, I one day maybe I'll have little cards. You know what I'm saying? Instead of relying on this old noggin, I need a little bit of reminders of certain things. But no, we're running out of time. We only have like 10 minutes left, which is tragic because we could talk for hours. But that's why we're gonna have you back again. And before we go, there are a couple really serious things I wanted to talk to you about.
Course.
Particularly regarding humanity. And, we were talking about influence and, like peer pressure, especially in, the past 10 years or so. I've been seeing a lot of hate in our community, hate amongst each other, hate for ourselves.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of young people killing other young people. And I mean, I'm sure it's nothing new, but it's just sad that that's where we are and that we don't love each other more, because that's one thing about you that I've noticed. I don't think I've ever seen you get like really angry. I've seen you, things bother you, of course, but have you gotten angry to the point where you've gotten violent?
Have I?
Yeah, I'm asking you. That's why I want to answer that.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying what I have personally witnessed being around you in the community and even in private spaces. Like I said, I've seen you get upset where things definitely bother you. You're human, right? You're entitled to emotions and your feelings. What do you think about that, though? Why do you think it's so easy? And maybe it's influence. We talked earlier. You were greatly influenced by reading and stuff. Do you think maybe a lot of young people are influenced by, say video games like Grand Theft Auto or whatever, where it just seems like the value of life is so undervalued?
So there's not too much of a direct way to tackle that, because everybody's different. But from, I guess, psychology standpoint, there was a test done on monkeys back in the, I think, 60s or 70s. I think it was at Stanford. I might be wrong. Sorry if I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure it was there. And they had a room full of monkeys. I think it was 10 monkeys. Every time a monkey would go, there was a ladder and a banana, like bananas hanging at the top of the ladder. There was no other food really other than that. Anytime a monkey would go up the ladder, all the other monkeys would be shocked, like punished. Eventually, once that they tried enough, they would start like the other monkeys, once that they saw a monkey trying to go for the ladder, they would take him off and start like beating them. And eventually the scientists started taking out each monkey and replacing it with a new one, and the new monkey wouldn't know, so it would go and try, and it would end up getting beat down. Eventually all the monkeys from the original experiment were replaced. Nobody touched the ladder. It's called mass hysteria.
And conditioning.
Yeah. Mass hysteria is happening right now in the world. Our doomsday clock is at 90 seconds. Do you know that?
I didn't know that. Do I want to know this? Are you gonna scare the rest of my life?
Probably.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, the doomsday clock is at 90 seconds. And
90 seconds left.
yeah, until midnight. Until midnight.
That's scary.
Midnight
That's not a
is
lot of time.
doomsday. Yes. Yes. For a while, we've been very close. I think since we've discovered, since we created the doomsday clock, it's been at like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock.
Mhm.
But now we're seconds until doomsday. And they say it's because of the amounts of aggression from one country to another, from a country within itself.
Mhm.
We're getting to a point where we're putting more love into AI than we are ourselves.
Isn't that wild?
Yes.
It blows
Yes,
my mind.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And because of that, I think that the topic of violence, it happens. It happens within everybody. As you said, everybody has a right to feel, but the way it is happening right now is not due to our feelings. There is an invisible hand. Once again, I hope the FBI, takes me lightly, but there's an invisible hand that is using us like puppets. And we're allowing them because we don't know why we can't go touch the ladder that holds the bananas, where we can feed each other, feel safe. We just know if we try, we're going to get beat up by, if not our master, by our peers.
Do you think there's any element of like survival of the fittest as far as young people in the community go, feeling maybe they have to defend whatever they're hanging on to?
Yes.
When there's absolutely an overabundance of resources in this country. Let's be real.
Are you familiar with what a stigma man is?
No.
So, basically like Andrew Tate, or we can even say the chef from Hell's Kitchen. Mm-hmm. People who are focused within themselves, very whatever isn't holding me from my goal, and they do it in a very negative way. Mm-hmm. That type of character is rising. That is not the character we need right now, but that is probably the most popular character that young people are trying to intimidate, or what's the word?
Like emulate?
Emulate, mm-hmm. Yeah. They're trying to basically be this Sigma, I think it's called. Stigma? No, stigma is different, right? Sigma or stigma? Comments, help me. Anyway.
Oh, but people are looking at people like that as a role model, or what, say, the definition of a man is.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
And those people, they say that they unlock the universe, but they're incredibly lonely people.
Yeah.
They shut the rest of the world out. That's humans fall under isolation.
And the people they have around them are paid to be there.
I literally said this to you last night. We were together last night. I said this to you. The devil isolates you.
Yeah.
The devil makes you feel alone. Mm-hmm. These celebrities that we see now that are running away from paparazzi, cursing at them, they're almost showing us that we're not safe if we're not alone. No. We're not safe unless we're in total privacy, but we don't matter if we don't have a name. That conflicts, right? That's the invisible hand working. That's you punching yourself, going with, when your uncle used to grab you and go, why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? That's what's happening to us, to the world.
Do you have any ideas or thoughts on how we might be able to turn back the clock, maybe, or fix that, within the community? Basically, what I'm asking is if there's any young people watching, do you have any advice for them to change the trajectory of where we're headed?
We need to close our eyes and feel. We need to stop falling under illusions. Stop trying to fight the war. Once we relax, enjoy life for what it's given us. Enjoy an orange for the sweet, tasty treat it is. We're never gonna stop the war if we don't. Remember, going back to history, In World War One, Germany and Italy, they allied for one night. Do you know what that night was? Christmas. To come together. These guys this guy shot your friend.
Yeah.
And now you're sitting there opening gifts with him, playing soccer with him. Why? Because there is the little things that were big things when we were walking on all fours. Like a baby. Humans were young at one point. Now we're some old geezers who know how to live, and we're going to travel to Mars, and we're going to become this great thing because we know what we're capable of. But before that confidence, the world was our life. We lived for what we were given. Now we live for what we want.
Right. I appreciate that. Thank you. And we could talk about this all day, and we can keep talking. So like I said, we got to have you back. We're going to open up some more topics, and hopefully, when me and you have a conversation after this, who knows what else might come out of it.
Yeah.
But before we go, I'd love for you to leave everybody with a little bit of your artistry. If you could give us a piece that you've been working on, that'll be dope.
Yeah, so this actually goes on the topic of humanity, and it's actually called Share It. Stop that.
I know I gotta get new mic stands because these are, I think we should just get the table ones instead. We're gonna work on that. We're upgrading little by little.
So yes, this one's called Share It. No reason to be startled. I'm perfectly imperfect. You are too. So you know I'm worth it. Take a leap. Geronimo. Our story's ours. We make our own perspective. No one to judge our closed doors but the stars. In a yard, on a blanket during a rainstorm. Fighting through the currents. We're waterborne. Don't worry too much. Your kiss feels like a waterboard. Safe below the surface. Once we lust, we trust. That's when we lose all purpose. Do you capiche, Manish? Or do you need a debrief? Defense defends against defeat. Acting big, but I'm quick to feel pee-wee. Let's take a boat trip to the Fiji Islands. We don't miss the old us. We miss smiling. I need some water. I'm feeling fish. I gotta straighten myself out. I'm feeling twist. I'm a sick one. Give me vitamins. You rub me good. Now make your wish. But be careful what you wish for. Cheating heaven can get sinful. Ask for peace and you'll get a pistol. If you leave me, I'll watch you through my crystal ball. If you trip and fall, I'll be right there. I'll stare, laugh, and care. We'll never be friends. You can say whatever. I mean it when I said never. You can wear my sweatshirt and we'll be together till the end. My self-doubt can't measure forever. I'm better off thinking we won't last. But when I think of that, an overcast comes over my mask. I flabbergast and write poetry in class. I don't really care what they say about me. Hakuna Matata. C'est la vie. Lo que será, será. What will be, will be. Thank you.
We got some snapping back there too. I'm getting the rap single already, so that means we are out of time for today's interview. Thank you so much for being so open and giving us such wonderful insight into who Ariel is, and even more into how Ace the Space Guide came to be. And this isn't it. This is definitely not the last time we're going to see you. But until we are able to get you back here, because I know you're a very busy man with a lot of things going on, tell people how they can get in touch with you, how they can follow you to be able to see you and all these amazing events that you do have going on in the city.
Yeah, so first things first, before y'all prematurely sign off, Color the City 3.
Word. It's coming back? It's official?
Color the City 3.
Word.
That's all I gotta say.
Word.
Other than that, you can catch me every month at the Village on the fourth Friday of every month. That's 4 King Street. At the Village, we do open mic poetries. We don't only allow poets, but we allow all arts. That's dance, martial arts, singing, whatever talent you have, please bring it
Any
down.
form of self-expression, right?
Exactly.
Well,
Thank you. That's the
not
word.
violent.
That's the word.
Yeah.
It could be violent as long
Yeah.
as it's controlled and safe. People. That being said,
As long as it doesn't impact anyone else.
yeah, I also post a bunch of stuff about my career as well as my personal life on my Instagram. That is Ace X Meeks. Ace X Meeks. If you don't like it, you don't like it, but follow anyway. I do some
Meeks? Meeks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty simple. It was my 2K name way back in the day.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then Facebook. I'm pretty cool on Facebook. I share a lot of memes and stuff. So if you want to check that out, go follow me there. Other than that, find me in the street at your closest corner store. I got a dot card now. I got that for Christmas. So I'll just beep, beep, beep to your phone and you'll get all the info. Yeah, for real. So yeah. No, last night's poetry night was really well at the Village. So thank you, the Village. Please be sure to tune in for the next open mic poetry night.
It's usually the last Friday of every month, right?
Yes, correct. The fourth Friday.
Fourth Friday of every month.
Yeah.
So what about February?
February?
Third Friday. Do we got 4 weeks this year? We do? Yeah.
I was about to say it's on like
so
the
it doesn't matter
27th
this year,
or something.
right. All right,
Yeah.
great.
I don't know. I'll be posting it on Facebook. We do have an open mic event group. So if you look up Open Mic Worcester or The Village, you will see the group. You can add yourself to the group and you will get all the updates. Mwah. Love.
Ace, my brother, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you. Audio, Ace of Space Godman here, everybody. This has been Interviews. Manny J Media. We'll be back. See you real soon.